Now we're going to take systems of linear equations and we're going to solve them by elimination. And this by far, I think, is the easiest way that I've found to be able to work with the two equations and to be able to get a clear answer. Very simple steps to perform as well. Let's look at number 11. 11 looks like x plus y equals 10, and then I got x minus y equals 2. And I look at these equations and I say, okay, what would happen if I just either added them together or subtracted them together? Okay, so in this particular case, I'll tell you why I'm going to choose adding first, because if I see the y's, I look at it and I say one's a positive y and one's a negative y. And if I add them together, those are going to cancel. So very simple on this one. What is x plus x? X plus x is 2x. 10 plus 2 is 12. Can't get any more simple than that. Divide both sides by 2. I get x equals 6. So now that I get x equals 6, I'm going to take that, plug that back up into this x. So I get 6 minus y equals 2. And I basically subtract 6, minus y equals negative 4, y equals 4. So there it is. X is 6, y is 4. And that's just a straightforward substitution, elimination. What would happen was maybe a little more technical. Let's say like do something easy. Look at number 15, let's say. X plus 2y equals 10. And 3x minus y equals 9. So as I look at this one, if I'm going to add or subtract, let's say, okay, once again, I've got a positive 2y and then a negative y. So I'm just going to add these. I could have subtracted if I wanted to. But I look at it and I say, if I take 2y and then I add a negative y to it, I don't eliminate the y's just yet. But what if I looked at the bottom equation here and I multiplied everything by 2? Because again, as long as I multiply everything by the same number, it is an equivalent equation to 3x minus y equals 9. So what does that look like? Let me rewrite the whole thing. I have x plus the top one doesn't change. If I multiply the bottom one, everything by 2, I get 6x minus 2y equals 18. Now as I look at that and I say, oh, wait a minute. Now let's add the equations together. X plus 6x is 7x. 2y plus a negative 2y cancels the y's out. And that's why this is called elimination, because you're trying to get rid of one variable all the time. 10 plus 18 is 28. I figure out that x equals 4. I'm going to put that 4 back up in, I'll use this equation. Again, it doesn't really matter which one you do use. 4 plus 2y equals 10. Subtract 4 from both sides. 2y equals 6. Divide by 2. Y equals 3. There you go.